Wrestling.
Hey everyone, welcome to the We Like Wrestling podcast. I'm here with Justin.
Special teams, special plays, special players.
I don't know what any
What's
of that,
up, brother?
any of that means.
Tuesday.
Yeah, he's a Twitch streamer.
Does your assistant happen to be a MILF with big mommy milkers?
Nope.
Sorry for cussing.
He's a Twitch streamer. He announced.
He's the fucking best.
Yeah,
Sketch.
yeah. He announced. What was it Texans pick in the draft?
Oh, really? Yeah, he
Yeah.
always wears a Texans jersey.
Oh.
I'll show you some videos after. It's fucking hilarious.
So
Scores a touchdown, pretends that he's gets off. Remember, he's being recorded. Gets off his chair, crawls around like a dog, takes a piss on the chair, and then comes back.
yeah, some of his funny clips. He's friends with another streamer, and he tried to hook him up on a date through
Oh, really?
video chat. It's funny.
Oh.
Yeah. This is the We Like Wrestling podcast. So the last couple of weeks, Justin and myself, we did a tournament of our favorite wrestlers. Both of ours were,
Both of ours were mine.
yeah,
They're basically like Justin's and Justin's other one.
pretty different, but still Justin's focal
I don't remember who won.
Brian
Oh yeah, who
against
won mine?
Kenny. Yours was
No idea. See, this should. Whose line is it anyway? Where nothing matters.
so.
I don't have a paper.
This week, it's John. But before we get into that, happy birthday, Wes, friend of ours.
Oh yeah.
Friend of the show, yeah.
Well, belated because this is going to come out after his
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
Today is
Yeah.
his
Yes.
birthday.
But yeah, hope
So
he's
if you're
doing
listening
well.
today, stop listening in on our conversations.
I do feel like we get
This place is bugged.
Yeah. 32.
Yes.
Okay.
Just like you guys did. You guys probably know most of these people.
I would hope so.
I mean, like you could guess how many we guessed Jared's gonna have this guy and this guy. You probably know.
Not really. There's actually, remind me if you can. I want to touch on a subject that a listener actually brought up to me.
Oh.
Yeah. But also, this listener, we were talking about your picks, and we assume it's going to be mostly Golden Era.
I actually went. It's all WWE.
Oh.
Well, I think there's 2 WCW and 1 AEW.
Oh, yeah, but
mostly
okay.
WWE.
I thought you meant like WWE as in not WWF.
There's WWF.
Yeah.
Since I'm the oldest, I kind of went
Golden Era.
like who my favorite from Golden Era, who
Yeah.
are my favorite like 90s new gen attitude, and who my favorite. So it crosses. Sometimes it's a particular character, not their whole career. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Random order. Crash Holly.
Haha.
I liked when he
Super heavyweight.
would carry the scale, and he was a
Yeah.
super heavyweight. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, no, it's good shit.
And he was a good worker, underrated. Versus Santos Escobar is one of my favorites now.
Really?
I keep saying that.
I do. I like him too.
Although I do agree with you that Andrade is going to overshadow him. It's
He
a
already
shame.
has that match. Well, the tag match against Dom. He just destroyed Dom.
But I like Santos.
I
I like him as a worker.
I'm going to give this one to Santos.
Yeah.
I think Escobar is a really, really good worker.
like-
Nothing against Crash Holly. I mean, he was a fine worker, but again, you're talking about character.
Yeah.
Character was all it was.
Yeah, he the 24/7. Well, it was 24/7 and hardcore.
No,
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil anything, but do you like Crash better than Hardcore?
I like Crash's character. Like this character, like I said, the super heavyweight
Yeah.
and the scale and the, getting pinned in the bathroom and then rolling somebody up down the hallway. Like that was funny back then.
Yeah.
I don't think what they're doing with the 24/7. I don't think will ever come close to what they did with the hardcore.
hardcore
title.
bout, yeah.
No, not exactly, no. But it definitely was reminiscent.
I mean, R-Truth helps.
Helped. Isn't it gone?
No, it's still there.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't know it was still there. This guy, like, more as an announcer than a worker, but since he has wrestled, he counts. Pat McAfee.
Oh,
yeah.
That's not where I thought you were going with it, you pandering motherfucker.
Also, he's from the Pittsburgh area. But he's super exciting as an announcer. I love seeing him get hyped up.
He brought the energy back to Cole. Like Cole was boring, and like Like Justin mentioned in a previous episode, it was like, okay, we appreciate Cole. Cole's getting boring. Now we appreciate him again because he's with Pat and he's having fun. So.
Yeah. Pat's fine. And then he get in a rumble and he's like, you see how big that guy was? And he got right back out.
Yeah.
Pat can wrestle.
Yeah. I like his character. It doesn't matter because he's going against Gunther.
Oh yeah,
I like Gunther.
Gunther,
is
Walter.
doing some
That's
great work.
another, huh?
Walter, Gunther.
No,
Doesn't
either
matter.
one. But I like Gunther now. He's a little slimmed down. But that's another future world champ.
Yeah, Gunther.
Yeah. Today was the new DLC pack for WWE 2K24.
ECW.
Dudley's, Terry Funk, and the greatest ECW champion of all time,
Just incredible.
CM Punk, even worse.
And Sandman.
Oh, Sandman's in it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that part.
Yep.
I'm excited for Terry Punk. Terry Funk.
Terry Funk.
I have yet to get the game, but I want to.
Oh,
That's-
now that CM Punk's now with the download.
No, I've
T-shirt
been
wearing
wanting to.
Terry Funk.
I don't know.
It's probably the red, white, and black tights.
Circus tent.
Yeah, that's usually the Terry Funk tent.
Yeah.
I think this would be a good match. RVD. I liked his whole career, but mostly that invasion angle when he was like the hottest thing going when he should have been the champ. Remember, he was supposed to be a heel in the invasion, but he was so popular.
Okay, so you mean Invasion? You're not talking about like the ECW World
No, I'm talking about the
Okay.
WCW crappy invasion angle.
Okay.
When he was super over and hot.
Yeah.
I do like him as his career, but that's like my favorite versus Seth Rollins.
Oh,
Oh.
gosh. Yeah, they might have wrestled when RVD had his comeback.
They
Yeah, that's
might
not
have.
prime RVD,
Yeah.
but yeah.
No, it's not.
But I mean, I'm talking about like prime RVD versus Seth.
Oh, that's not Prime RVD though. Prime RVD is
TNA.
Mr. What? You motherfucker.
When he was TV champ for like 2 years at ECW.
Yeah, Mr. Monday Night.
With Bill Alfonso and Sabu.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Seth.
TNA. I'm gonna.
But I mean, I like RVD's whole
throw
career. But
cans at you.
if I had to pick, it was
Yeah, Seth Rollins.
can't go wrong either way.
I will say another shout out to a YouTube channel. What Culture or no Cultaholic, I think, just did ranking the first ever NXT class.
Oh,
Well, obviously, number one has got to be Seth Rollins because I do not believe Roman was in that class.
Oh,
But
so
if not, then it's like 1A, 1B.
I was gonna say Wade Barrett, but not that NXT. Actual show NXT, not game
like
show.
The
Okay.
class that came out of it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
it's like Neville.
No. We're talking about Seth Rollins.
Oh, like FCW
like
NXT.
yeah, like
Was
the Nexus
Roman in
Nexus
that?
guys are around there.
Was that Roman before?
Because like I think no he
Roman and
wasn't-
Seth might have started at the same time.
I don't Roman Lakey.
Well, yeah, whatever his name was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Short, tight trunks.
Yeah, looks weird.
Christian. I liked Captain Charisma, Peep Show when he came out and looked in the crowd for his peeps. Was my favorite version.
I like Christian other than AEW.
It's like the Captain Charisma. That's
Tomko.
Tomko, right?
Yeah.
A kind of Trish and Jericho.
The end of that, I think.
Yeah.
And when did he have the hoodie? Yeah. He
Yeah.
used to wear. Yeah. When I was a kid, I just thought this guy was cool because I liked his pants. Rick Rude.
Oh yeah,
I used to love that. It always matched his
I mean,
opponent.
in that time, yeah, Rick Rude had different. Because
different types for. I mean, not for everything. Some of them would obviously, but all of his big matches.
But him and Macho would be the ones that, like, everybody else had bland.
They didn't change.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
yeah,
changed.
Warrior.
Yeah.
Warrior was colorful.
Yeah.
But yes,
Yeah.
you had like Hogan
It was always yellow.
tried and true. Sometimes you would change color. Like guys like Paul Orndorff was mainly white, but sometimes in red, sometimes in blue. But it's still just trunks and
Solid.
boots.
But, like, Warrior, Rude, and Macho, they changed a lot.
Yeah.
Perfect changed his singlet colors again. Just color change. That's it.
I like, I can't remember who, but Rude had the IC in somebody's face.
Oh, that's Warrior.
Or,
Yeah.
Yeah. Spray. Yeah. I liked when he was feuding with Jake. He
Yeah.
had Jake's wife on
Yeah.
there. Yeah. When I was a kid, I thought that was cool as hell.
all you sweat hogs.
Yeah, and the stuff he would say, I didn't appreciate him as a worker back then because
Yeah.
I was too little. Now I'm like, that guy was good.
Yeah.
Oh, Christian and Rick Rude.
Oh, that's right. Rude.
I'm going to go Christian.
Great heels.
Ooh.
Two great heels.
I'll take Rude. Tiebreaker. I like both guys. Another guy from the 80s when I was a kid, I thought he was the coolest.
Hercules.
Giant Gonzalez.
That was when I was a kid.
That's 90s, yeah. Jake the Snake Roberts.
Of course.
You know, the giant snake he put on people.
Yeah.
He did a DDT. That's a move even I could do as a kid. Like,
That's true.
I mean,
Yeah.
the rest of your buddies, everybody
Yeah.
can do a DDT. And I liked there was a heel too. Either one was good. Versus a guy I think was a tremendous wrestler who should have been a world champ, William Regal.
A WWE World Champ?
Just should have been a world champ somewhere.
Yeah.
Somewhere. So talented. I like as a worker more than I guess any of his characters.
What?
I like his work.
You don't like his manly man? He's a man. Such a man.
Steven Regal.
I'm going to go Regal.
Blue Bloods version.
I like the Blue Bloods. It's Bobby Eaton.
Yeah, yeah.
He was on my list.
And then he was, what was he called with Dave Taylor when they were a tag team? Did they have a name?
They were the Blue
WWE?
Bloods.
Oh, they were? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going Regal.
Yeah. I love Regal. I love me some Regal.
I think great worker.
It's because he works better than Jake. Jake's not a great worker. Great character. Great talker.
And his finisher, that got him over back then.
And Regal could talk too. Regal is very good on the mic.
I mean,
I think
what-
later on, Regal's. That was the thing in WCW. He didn't have a character. Like it was a slight character, but he didn't like do anything.
He didn't get a lot of mic time, did
No.
he? He was just there.
So that's why when you started seeing like King Regal, like you got a lot of character out of that. Even Commissioner Regal, you got a lot of character.
Yeah.
Pissing the coffee thing and all that.
Yeah. Go back and watch a Jake match. It's the same. It's a
Yeah.
short arm clothesline. It's so he
Well-
does for the DDT. The crowd's sleeping.
Except for the greatest Jake match, and that's blindfold.
I thought you were going to say Austin.
Him and Rude in that Mania tournament, which went to a time limit draw, is not bad.
Blindfold match.
Owen Hart. Gotta have Owen, of course. Any version doesn't matter. Maybe not Blue Blazer, but any version of Owen Hart.
Blue Blazer, when you go back and you watch it going, that's Owen Hart, it's like, oh, yeah, of course that's Owen Hart. But other than that, it's like, this character's stupid.
And he jobbed out a lot. He wasn't
Fucking
really.
work Mr. Perfect at a WrestleMania.
And he was on one of those Survivor Series teams, like the first guy eliminated. It was one of those.
Yeah. And then he was also Goku Beware.
Owen Hart versus Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, Owen
Owen.
Hart.
When I was a kid, I was a Hulkamaniac.
course you were, but-
and then I switched to Warrior because that's what the WWF was feeding me.
Again, in that time, Warrior had face paint.
Right,
He
I'll
had,
hold it against you.
I mean, when did he debut? Like 88, 89? I was 11, 12. I mean,
he had face paint. He had different colors. He had different.
he ran like a maniac. I mean,
But wrestling,
oh, no, he can't wrestle a lick, but I was a
Owen.
huge fan as a kid.
Yeah, Owen's got to go.
You say Warrior too?
no, Owen.
Oh, you said Owen. Oh,
Owen.
Yeah, Owen's got to go.
Oh no, I said Owen. Yeah.
and you said
Owen
Warrior.
wins.
No, I'm saying Owen.
Owen wins.
Oh. Owen's got to go. I
Go
thought that-
over.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry. This is a guy that Justin and I both talked about is underrated. Rico.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like Rico.
Forget the gimmick and all that. I mean, just as a worker, he was good.
Like red shirt, Cheeto pants.
Any version I kind of liked.
yeah,
Him and Charlie Haas was good.
It's a
him
good
and-
character, yeah.
Him as the manager of Billy and Chuck. Versus Elias. What else I liked? I liked Elias. From Pittsburgh.
Terrible matchup.
Plays music.
I don't doubt Elias has ability, but during his time, it was a gimmick.
Well, that got over.
I think Rico's
Although as a heel, he wasn't supposed to, but
more talented in the ring. I'll go
Yeah,
Rico.
I got to go with Rico.
I'm surprised by a few of these so far.
Yeah.
well, I didn't want to be the same old people that you guys did. And no offense, and then for the audience, I want different people. You know?
Yeah.
The one we all knew was going to be on here.
Brett.
Bret Hart. Randy Orton.
How much would you pay for that Hasbro? Inbox.
Probably
I've seen a lot of them going online lately.
more than I have.
Brett and
Versus who?
Orton.
Randy Orton.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, when he came out, I used to stand up and like, I used to love that. Now he's kind of boring, but
Yeah,
his
but he's
heyday.
had a hell of a career.
He's
He
made-
didn't bitch about anybody injuring him. Not a fucking tool.
nobody screwed him either.
I gotta say Brett though. I like Brett.
I was gonna go Orton.
That wouldn't be a bad match.
No, I like Brett. Though. I do. I think.
Well, you know, I'm taking Brett.
Yeah, Brett was very very good at his time. He inspired a ton of people.
I'm not taking anything away from Brett, but for me, it helps who he's working.
That's not true.
Owen, Austin.
What about Yokozuna?
And he worked Diesel. He worked big guys.
I didn't like those matches.
What about?
That wasn't Brett's fault.
Those were those guys' best matches.
And I'm
You know what I
sure
mean?
Vince said to Brett, "See what you can get out of this guy. Go
Yeah.
do what you can with him." Did Brett ever wrestle Randy's dad? Did they?
Probably, maybe, but
I mean, they were
probably
both
not.
around in the '80s, but I didn't know if
They were both heels.
I mean, I had some technical guys on my list, but I don't know. Brett just
Matt Hardy. My favorite version is
one.
version 1 with all the Matt facts when he come out.
yeah!
Matt hates mustard.
Yeah, Matt does not like rainy days. And when he was training to be cruiserweight with Shannon Moore or whatever, trying to lose weight, I thought that shit was
He
funny.
can slap a tornado.
I can drive a sea.
And not Razor Ramon, Scott Hall. But Scott Hall that showed up on Nitro.
Scott Hall that actually showed up.
You didn't like Razor.
I didn't say I did. I'm saying, but this, I like this. That got me to watch WCW. I wasn't a diehard WCW watcher until Scott Hall.
Is that magazine here?
I think
what
Jared
was the-
burned it.
What was the quote?
Oh yeah, you don't know what you don't know or something.
Yeah, if you don't know, now you know.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, now you know.
When he showed up on Nitro and that whole Outsiders thing, I love that. Beginning of NWO.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Matt because I liked Razor.
because he can slam a tornado.
I liked Razor better than Scott Hall.
He can drive a sea.
My second favorite version of Matt is the Delete
Yeah,
with his like
he's
mower
gets,
of lawn.
It gets old though now. It was funny at first, and now it's just too much.
In TNA when it debuted, you're like, oh, this is
Yeah,
cool.
but now he's at TNA doing it again.
Oh gosh.
And give it time, he might think of some fresh stuff for it. Right now, it's just redoing.
I think it's because at his age, that's what got over, and he's afraid to. Like it's either Hardy Boys or that.
I think the biggest pop comes from the Matt Facts
Yeah,
when they did that
would be-
at the thing.
At the Stampede.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all popped
Yeah.
for that. We were
Oh,
like,
that
oh,
was the best.
Every time they pull him out of the water and
Yeah,
he had
it
his
was a
different
different
character.
gimmick,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was great.
I'm going Matt.
Scott Hall's my like
I-
WCW.
I love Scott Hall though. At this time, this is the best.
Jeans.
Yeah, this is the best Scott Hall.
Still talking like Razor until he
Yeah.
wasn't allowed.
Yeah. So I'm going Scott Hall.
And you said Matt.
Yeah, V1.
I'm taking Scott. All right. I hate to say this, but Hulk Hogan. Mm-hmm. I was a Hulk guy in the 80s. I can't help it. I was like 8 years old or whatever. I was a Hulk fan. Damien Mizdow.
Oh,
When he was
Damien
imitating the Miz. That shit was
Mizdow.
hilarious.
especially Mizdow.
Like when he was falling off the apron when Miz got knocked down. That shit was awesome.
Mizdow.
He's also a good worker, but
I have to say Hogan though.
Yeah.
but that
Just
shit was
because it's-
hilarious.
It was very good.
It was
But man, what
I don't think it was
he has
the best
done
version though.
of what?
Sandow.
Really? What
What's he
else
done
has he
since?
done?
Is he still in TNA or
NWA.
NWA, yeah.
okay? What's he doing?
He was.
Was he Aaron Stevens or?
Yeah, he was champion.
Some
for a
kind of
little
karate gimmick at some point.
bit. But no, I just like Damien Sandow. Like the briefcase that was leather and I don't know.
I like Mizdow. My next favorite's probably like Rhodes Scholars.
Yeah.
Has to be Hogan.
Yeah, unfortunately. Zack Ryder. Woo woo woo.
Who will be in Philadelphia this weekend for GCW?
That's
Sorry.
this weekend.
Yeah, it's this weekend.
What day?
Saturday.
Fuck! Is it during the day?
Yeah, I don't know.
I always liked Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
His theme song was one of my favorites.
But Cardona is so much better as the shit he's doing now is
Versus-
top of the line.
Brian Pillman,
Brian
but not
Pillman.
WCW.
Oh, so because
I
you're not
like-
taking mine, because mine was my Brian Pillman.
Yeah, this is more like Pillman's got a gun,
Oh, okay.
Heart Foundation, loose cannon.
He didn't wrestle a lot, though.
I know, but I just love the character work.
Gotta go Long Island IC.
Yeah.
Fucking GCW.
Sorry, this new weed makes me really tired.
That'd be a decent match, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, that Pillman wasn't really working a lot, like you said, at that point. Kevin Nash, this is also debut
NWO.
Nitro, yeah. Versus Baron Corbin, but Lone Wolf NXT Baron Corbin.
The new one or the old one?
No, when it first came up to the main roster.
Long hair.
Long hair. What was it? Theme song with the fire.
Lone Wolf.
Lone Wolf
Kevin
Baron
Nash.
Corbin.
I'm going Corbin.
Nash.
I have to take Nash.
If it was Diesel, maybe. But
I wasn't a huge Diesel fan. What was it? He was the lowest rated champion or something.
Yeah.
yeah, but Kevin Nash was.
Which wasn't his fault. Wrestling was down. Gold Dust. Like I said, when he debuted, was quoting movies and stuff. As a movie guy, I love that shit.
Did you like Gold Dust as he got older too? Or?
Fuck you. Forever Unchained.
Some of his stuff
Remember
was
that? When he
okay.
wrote an F and a U on his, and it stood for Forever Unchained.
Oh. I did not like the pedophile thing he was doing in TNA. That
7.
the white
You
makeup.
didn't like
7.
Black Rain.
Black Rain was,
That was the.
I actually like Black Rain.
That was the.
He was
rap.
really heavy though.
Yeah.
He was over.
Yeah. Meow, meow, meow. OSW guys, they love Black Rain. Meow, meow, meow.
I didn't like cone bra, half red, green face paint, whatever. I didn't like
The
that.
Marilyn Manson type shit.
Yeah, it like I know he was evolving it, but it just kind of got.
Became he took the word bizarre and just like rolled.
Yeah, it
rolled
sort of
with
became a parody of
He's
himself.
androgynous.
For Dustin, kudos, because I mean
It was definitely. It had to have been uncomfortable.
he went from the
pushing that,
natural
yeah.
to.
I
Gold
like
Dust.
that's my favorite Dustin. He's the natural.
He's going against John Moxley, my only AEW guy.
Moxley, not
Yeah,
Ambrose.
Moxley.
Either or, but I had to pick. I'd take Moxley. I like
I
Moxley
don't,
now.
I don't know if you know the actual Moxley though.
I said AEW Moxley.
Yeah,
Well, I
he
know.
said it's
Yeah,
only
yeah.
AEW, but
Yeah. Mox,
yeah, Mox.
deathmatch Moxley.
I would have said Ambrose, but then maybe it made me think of that stupid plant and the gas mask towards the end because we all smelled and
Yeah,
I don't know. I like the gas mask. I don't know.
I
he hated it. Yeah. Justin's personal favorite, Chris Jericho, who's always been one of my favorites.
Can you give me a timeline? What's your favorite Jericho? Let's go with that. There's a lot. There's a lot of Jericho. So like you gotta,
See,
you gotta tighten that up.
So
Oh, man.
WCW Lion Tamer
That's
or
not it.
or Y2J.
I
when he
liked his
debuted.
whole career, but I liked the countdown when he's supposed to be the Millennium
The
Man.
Y2J one.
Yeah.
Not the Save Us.
Save Us, I like too. And then the
gotta pick
suit where he was
Gotta pick one.
use all them big fancy words.
What about the one with him and Shawn?
The list I liked.
the mom cut with the tights.
All right, this isn't a fucking Jericho dick sucking contest.
It's a Jericho
here.
tournament. His whole career, I kind of like Jericho. I can't really.
It's not fair to whoever he's against.
Well, he's going against LA Knight,
Okay,
Yeah.
it's Jericho.
who I like now. Yeah.
Because I loved
Eli
all of Jericho up until year 2 of AEW when he was still featured every week.
Well, all the stuff I said wasn't any AEW stuff, so more it's WWE run.
It just got so bad.
I'll be honest, I do not know a lot about Eli Drake, but I like LA Knight.
Eli Drake was good.
Eli Drake was LA Knight's been the same really.
It's the same
As
character.
long as you're not talking about what was his name, Maxim.
Oh, Max Dupree or whatever he was,
yeah.
the male model.
Ooh, LA Knight's biting off Stone Cold. Shut up.
Well, he said he can't have how his voice sounds. It's not.
Well, it's the instead of what, it's yeah. And,
But his whole career,
Jericho.
he's been gimmicked
yeah.
as Austin and The Rock together. He's both
Because he sounds like
in
him.
one person.
Yeah.
But isn't that a great combo? Don't you want that in a wrestler?
True.
Why wouldn't you want the two biggest stars of the late 90s?
And he looks great. He works great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him.
He
Yeah.
walks like Rock and talks like Austin.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Jericho.
If you walk like a champion and you talk like a champion, you'll be a champion.
A guy I keep saying I like, make him a face. Austin Theory.
I don't see how you could like that.
I like.
I
I even forget that he's a tag champ. Have they done anything since he won the belts?
No.
Versus another guy I think
I
is.
forgot till you just said it.
A-Town down.
Have they even defended him or
I don't think so. I don't think they made
Welcome to the
Paris.
WWE draft. Where
they weren't even
nothing
they weren't
matters.
even on Backlash? Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think
Champions
they
are
made
safe, but it
Paris.
doesn't care.
Are there any other tag teams on the roster?
The Raw tag champs
Maybe that's why they can't wrestle.
and DIY.
No.
Who's on SmackDown?
New Day.
And
Oh, are the Profits over there?
Profits.
Street Profits?
AOP.
Oh yeah.
Are AJ's guys still on the roster?
Yeah.
Well, they're not as guys anymore, but I mean,
Yeah.
You mean Good Bros?
yeah. Are they still there?
They're
Okay.
in NXT.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Austin Theory. There's another guy I think is underrated. D'Lo Brown
The headball.
as a worker.
Frog's fun.
I like flak jacket, yeah, bobblehead,
I got
European champ for like a year.
He was good and he was over, but I just gotta say Theory. I just don't agree with your thought of turning him face.
I think he's
I think
bad
he
as a
is the
heel,
face
yeah.
of heels. His face looks like a heel.
I guess a face you want to punch. I get it.
Yeah. He's a good looking, cocky guy. It's great. It's perfect.
I'm
That
gonna,
win over Cena really got him going.
I'm gonna go D'Lo.
Oh, all right. I'm taking Theory because I like him. Although we did meet D'Lo, super nice guy.
Super knowledgeable.
Wade Barrett.
Okay. He could have made my list.
He
Yeah.
should have been a world champ. I don't know how they missed that. I mean, not bad news, not king, but like,
Just a wrestler. No gimmick.
yeah,
Yeah.
Nexus.
First, yeah.
No gimmick.
Wade Barrett, Mick Foley.
Oh God. Sorry, Wade, but gotta be Foley.
I know.
Can you have now? That's number 2 of my guys you took. Just saying.
What's I didn't think any of yours did I don't think
No.
so.
Now, when you say Foley, just Foley, because you said
Well, not
it's-
Dude Love and not, but I mean Cactus Jack or
You're not allowed
Mankind.
to have Cactus Jack. I took Cactus
All right,
Jack.
well, I'll take Mankind and I'll take Foley,
Okay.
but mostly Mankind.
But yeah, it's got to be.
When he debuted, he was rocking and pulling out his hair and screeching or whatever he was doing.
And at the time, I mean, if you knew that was Cactus, you saw the WCW, you were familiar with the outside
Elbow drop.
elbow
yeah.
drop. But when he did that shit to Shawn, that was
Unheard
Well,
of.
and
crazy.
during
He made me switch during the Super Bowl and not watch the halftime to watch
Oh,
the Boiler Room Brawl.
Yeah,
well,
I watched.
and
it
during
too.
that time,
Him and
I was
Rock?
watching the Super Bowl though.
Him and Rock, or him and Taker.
Yeah, him and Rock.
it was an empty.
Empty arena. Yeah.
Yeah. During that time, for Foley to be world champion too, because that was like Attitude Era. Vince loved,
Yeah.
you know, the
And his
fit
matches
guys
with,
and
with Hunter.
It's a shame that him winning the belt for the first time is always remembered as Tony Schiavone's. That'll put butts in seats. You know, over on the other channel.
I don't know.
It was a Kofi Kingston moment. It was
Because he
Daniel Bryan
deserved
moment.
to be more than that.
Yeah. He didn't really do much with it though.
But he
Yeah, did you have for like a week or something?
yeah, he didn't need it.
But it wasn't. It was just to pop the ratings.
Yeah.
Back
It
then,
was
that's
just
all
him
they
winning.
cared about. Yeah.
I think
remember,
that him
remember
and-
Kane won a belt in a first blood match. Do you remember that?
Yeah, then did he lose it the next night or something?
Yeah, because you can't make Kane bleed. How?
Yeah.
Cut his arm?
I think didn't Foley, him and Triple H flip it, or him and
Yeah.
Rock flip it back and forth a few times? So it's Foley, right?
Yeah.
Poor Wade.
Sorry, Wade.
Santos Escobar, Gunther.
Ooh.
Gunther.
I'm actually gonna go with Santos.
That would be a good match.
No, it won't. No, it would be
Do you
terrible.
think Santos could be like Gable and like fight from underneath? And
But they're both really strong heel characters. Santos though.
so,
I'm going Gunther.
yeah, I say Gunther. It's a shame. Seth Rollins, Rick Rude.
Wow.
I'm going Seth because of wrestling ability.
Yeah, he doesn't know a lot about Rude's work. It's there.
Well,
But
Rude
it's
was a
Seth,
character.
Seth is also.
Seth is amazing.
Seth is an insane character, though.
But he's
Any version of Seth. I just like Seth's work.
No, Seth is good. Seth's got to go through.
That'd be a good match, I think.
Yeah.
I could see Rude having like Seth's face on his pants or something.
Becky's.
Oh, even better. Right on his ass or something, right on his crotch. Yeah. William Regal, Owen Hart, who I'm sure have crossed paths.
Probably. Owen. In!
I'll go Owen.
Don't throw mama from the train.
Or Owen from the roof.
Rico, Bret Hart.
Rico.
Of course. I think you and I are the only ones who've ever talked highly about him.
That's not true.
No, I like Rico.
That's not true. People like him.
They don't talk enough about
Speaking
him.
of, I need to see if I'm following him on Instagram. Fuck, I gotta go Brett.
Get him and Charlie Haslin together.
I'll go Brett.
That's who I'm taking.
If it was anybody else, I would have went with you, but
Scott Hall, Hulk Hogan.
Scott.
Well, it was Hulk Hogan's idea for Razor Ramon, right? Hulk Hogan was a big Scarface fan.
I think you said that, yeah.
No, I'm joking. God damn it.
No, that
'cause
was,
Hulk Hogan takes fucking credit for everything. He's the one who discovered John Cena and told Austin about doing the 316.
Is he like Virgil? I main evented with
Dude.
Shawn Michaels.
No, just these Hogan lies are getting ridiculous. He now says that he came up with the idea of the NWO.
They approached him.
First off,
Didn't Bischoff come to him?
Bischoff got it from New Japan. So either way, you're stealing it from New Japan, no matter what.
Yeah. Didn't Bischoff come to him and say about, like, you're kind of
Yeah.
stale here. Fans aren't into you anymore. It's
And
not the
Kevin
80s.
Sullivan came up with the whole idea.
I'll say Scott Hall.
I hate Hogan.
He hates Hogan more than Jericho.
That's saying something.
I'm hating like more and more every day. I hate Hulk Hogan.
Same with Jericho.
When you watch old stuff, it's like he was a fucking heel. Hulk Hogan was a heel.
Fucking leg
That
drop.
92 Rumble, he got thrown out. And he-
92 is the Sid one,
he
right?
pulled Sid out.
He pulls Sid out.
Because he got eliminated.
1996
Fair and
in the
square.
fucking World War III. The same thing. He gets pulled under the ropes.
Yeah.
And then Savage wins. The ref declares him. And he goes back in bitching. It was supposed to be me. I won. I'm the one.
His supposed best friend at the time, and instead of being
Yeah.
happy for him, he's bitching. Zack Ryder, Kevin Nash.
He had lust in his eyes.
Ryder.
I love Elizabeth like a sister.
What was it? Ryder what?
Nash.
Ryder.
Nash, because it's Nash.
Ryder, because it's Nash.
I'll take Nash. Ryder bumped for him good. Moxley and Jericho, who I know of.
Oh, God.
Mox.
See, I can't help but not think about AEW at this point.
That's not the version of Jericho I'm going with.
I know.
I liked it when he was calling out Shawn on his bullshit. Like you faked that knee injury to beat Batista. You're
Picking all the good Jericho, though.
You're supposed to be a holy
And
man.
it's only AEW mocks because you're not knowledgeable of
Nope.
the early mocks.
Nope.
I gotta see Jericho.
Yeah, it's that guy. That guy.
Jericho. Jericho.
Austin Theory, Mick Foley.
Foley.
Holy.
That's an easy one. But Theory's going to work for it. Theory's going to take a lot of shit.
You're going to take a lot of tax.
He's going to get bumped a lot.
He's going to be the Orton.
He won't be so pretty when he's done.
Yeah.
Foley and Orton at Bad Blood.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Gunther, Seth Rollins. Who have not touched at all.
Yeah.
They've been in different worlds, kind of. I mean,
Yeah. Seth.
Seth was a world champ. Oh, maybe in the Rumble, I thought maybe, but that's about it.
Going based off of your knowledge of both, and I'm going to say Seth. But Gunther on Indies, fucking unstoppable.
Tyler Black. Gunther, who's, excuse me, which one of these two was on Wrestling Society X? Gunther and make that shit.
It's true.
Remember we watched Tyler Black, Bryan, and Omega.
Yeah.
That was babyface Omega. I'll say Seth.
Seth, and you said
Seth.
Owen Hart
and Bret Hart.
and Bret Hart,
Oh,
who we've seen.
That's why I tried to get not Bret in. Owen.
Owen.
Owen was better, and he won at WrestleMania.
I mean, Owen did beat him.
Yep.
Sean said in his book that he thought Owen was a better wrestler.
Yeah. Overall, I think.
And-
Owen
But
is
Bret had the better character, the better.
Even at the end of the night, your focus wasn't on Bret. Everybody else's focus was on Bret, but mine was on Owen. At the end of the night, everybody's holding up Bret, and then you have the shot of Owen. What about me? I won. I beat you. What about me? Why isn't anybody celebrating me?
Yeah.
In your eyes, I'm the bad guy, but in my eyes, I'm not the bad guy. You're the bad guy.
Yeah, you look back, Owen wasn't wrong.
No.
He was justified in his.
At all. Bret should have. All he had to do was tag.
Yep.
But you're too selfish.
That's right.
That's why you're laying there.
I was just
with
going
a
to say, Bret
bad
never
leg.
kicked anybody's leg out from under
That's
their
why
leg.
you're laying there with a bad leg, and that's why I kicked your leg out of your leg. I think I just did that verbatim.
That's the best part about that whole match.
How dare you? The Quebecers and the Hearts is a classic. Jacques Rougeau and PCO.
PCO is
It
still
wasn't
wrestling.
PCO at the time.
PCO is wrestling. Owen
Even
Hart is
better.
dead, and Bret Hart is retired.
Actually, I think all the tag teams from back then, PCO might be the only one still around. Jacques doesn't
Demolition.
wrestle anymore, does he? And, like the Killer Bees on around all the teams.
Demolition's still around. Or not,
Who from WrestleMania 10 is still wrestling? Let's just say that. He's on WrestleMania 10. Nobody.
Sean.
No,
Sean's
Sean's
not
around, but he's not wrestling.
He's not wrestling. Nobody. But
Razor's
PCO
back.
still is.
Fucking madman.
One's dead, two's dead, three's dead. Oh God, four's dead. Whew. There's a couple dead guys on 10.
Razor.
5. Yeah, so I went. So you got Owen, Razor, Crush, Macho.
Yoko?
Yeah, Yoko, Earthquake, Mabel.
Is the original Doink that one or no? That the other Doink?
Oh yeah, that's
Ray Apollo.
Ray Apollo. That's face Doink. Bam Bam, Luna.
Oh,
I don't know if Dink is still alive.
Dink just did a meet and greet.
Yeah, but was it actually Dink?
Yeah, that's true.
That's 9. I'm at the 9. I'm sure I'm missing some.
I'm trying, who else was that? Hogan and Beefcake wrestle. They're still around.
No, that's 9.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking 10.
I'm trying to think who was on 10, but yeah. Jeez.
So PCO and 9 dead guys. And PCO is still wrestling because 9 of them are dead, at least.
he's the new middle-aged and crazy.
Yeah. You don't even talk about it, but like, how old is he?
He's got to
Probably
be.
60 something.
50s at least.
When he was in Quebecers, he was pretty young,
He
wasn't
kind of
he?
looks.
He might have been like 20 or 21 in the Quebecers. Wasn't
Yeah.
he 20? He was young.
He's doing.
Jacques was older, but yeah.
Why hasn't he been in GCW more? Because he's doing like that.
Then he retired for like 20 years.
Is Leilani Kai still alive? Yes.
So, was she
No.
at Legends?
She was 2 years ago, so yes. Yeah. So still 9 people, and there's not a lot of matches at WrestleMania 10. There's only one tag match. I think, yeah.
Jeez.
So yeah, a lot of one-on-ones.
Damn.
This is before the multi-man matches, so.
Scott Hall, Kevin Nash.
Scott Hall.
Outsiders versus each other.
Scott Hall.
Chris Jericho, Mick Foley.
Foley.
He's been waiting to get rid of Jericho.
That Jericho's good.
Is there an argument there?
I'm gonna say Jericho.
Oh, come on, man.
I will say
I like both guys.
both of
Obviously.
them have a gimmick that doesn't really like Dude Love and then AEW. So
What?
I don't know.
What are you saying?
I didn't count those.
What
Well,
are
I
you
know- I
saying?
know, that's
what
what-
are you saying?
I don't know. I didn't like Dude Love.
Neither did I.
I don't think you get it. I can't believe you're saying that.
That was his, when he was a teenager or whatever, and he saw Jimmy Snuka jump. Wasn't that
No.
his made-up character?
He always wanted to, it's the story where when he was wrestling with Sean was like did you always think that this would be the type of style of wrestling? And he was like, no, actually, I wanted to be like you. I wanted to be the one that all the girls chased, flamboyant, all
Bright colors
everybody
and-
loves. Yeah. that's what Dude Love stems from. He had this character created before he even started wrestling. Him and his friend used to do promos and stuff about this. That's where the heart comes from.
Me personally, I like Cactus Jack, but
Dude Love's character is just it's a whole. Maybe you need to watch like 5 weeks of TV from where Mankind becomes Dude Love and see the transition to what made that all happen.
I don't know if I've ever seen the transition.
Oh my god!
I've seen all three of them on the screen.
It started.
Dude Love and Austin were the tag champs.
No, that's
Yeah.
different though. You're talking about a completely different
That's like
time.
him and Hunter, yeah.
But no, it started from after his match with Shawn. He did like a sit down with Jim Ross, and Jim was asking him about, you know, why you do this to yourself and all, and he like freaks out and he's like, "Is this? I have to go home to my kids." He's like really opens up, but as Mankind, so it's like the volume's turned up, and that's.
Sacco.
Yeah,
Is that when
it's
Sacco
really
was-
no. Sacco's born with Sacco comes into play when Vince McMahon is in the hospital.
Oh, he gave JR Mandible Claw though, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Sacco was just a thing. Him popping Steve. So apparently they're filming in a real hospital room, and when they film just McMahon, him and Austin are in this small little hospital bathroom. They just have to wait in there. So the whole time he's doing shit to fucking make Austin laugh, apparently. And Sacco came from it, and Austin fucking died and loved it. It's a literal sock puppet.
I'm gonna go Jericho.
That's where he hit McMahon with the bedpan. That was fun. Bedpan
Yeah.
McMahon, yeah.
So you have to pick between Foley and Jericho.
I'll take Foley.
Bye-bye!
But you could have flipped a coin.
My favorite Jericho is the blue tights, him and Shawn.
It's a toss-up between what you said, actually. Debut on Raw and his first run of stuff. Like IC champion, round IC, you know what I mean? The round of them.
Oh yeah.
And Help Us. Save Us. Sorry, not Help Us.
Yeah. With
Save
the
Us.
computer stuff on the screen and yeah.
I liked that.
Yeah.
I was
With the-
invested
the-
because I didn't
the
believe.
light-up jacket,
Remember,
that was
internet,
cool.
Me reading like internet spoilers was really new, so I read people saying it was Jericho. I didn't know, and you know, looking back, it's like it was obviously Jericho.
I liked
I forget, was he saving us from Triple H? Is that what it was? Triple H's
Orton?
reign?
Orton.
No,
Or no?
I think it was Orton. Yeah,
Orton. the only
From the Legend Killer
I-
Orton. From
the
taking-
only-
I don't know.
the only reason I remember that is because they made that a thing in SmackDown vs. Raw 2009, where Orton is this masked person and nobody knows it's Orton. So he's pretty much like Jericho's saving us from the masked person. But in real life, I believe it was Orton.
Orton was a heel, Reign of Terror kind of thing. Because Jerry came in as a face, didn't he? Then he turned heel, save us.
Yeah,
Yeah, I liked Benoit, Angle, Triple H, Jericho.
Yeah.
Like that ponytail, still long hair.
And think when he debuted and The Rock said, "Who the hell are you?"
let's not give up list of moves. 1001 moves. 1001 holds.
I liked
that's what
it.
it is.
When the commercial break came back and he's still
It's
the flying credenza, whatever.
again, it's
Making
good,
up.
good shit.
Good stuff.
Such good shit.
Seth Rollins, Owen Hart.
Seth.
That'd be another good match. Seth has had a lot of good opponents.
My heart and my gut are saying Seth.
I'm okay with Seth.
Scott Hall, Mick Foley.
Mick.
Foley. So we have Seth and Foley. The 1B of their generation.
We have
if you
now, and then we have current. and-
Forever! Forever! Forever!
I like Seth and Gerald, but which is
That's
your guys'
fun.
favorite? Which is your
What's that?
what's your version of Seth Rollins? Not Tyler Black. Seth
I
Rollins.
think it's just Seth. Like
And WWE
I do, but I gotta say that his heel turn
on the Shield
on the it was
with the Authority when he joined them.
the first run of the Authority. Like he's
The half
fresh in-
blonde.
Yeah.
Well, he had that in
was-
the Shield.
Yeah, he had that in the Shield.
yeah.
He had that when he was just Seth.
I I liked him.
That was good.
Him
Everyone
against
thought it was going to be
Hunter.
Roman. Everyone thought it was going to be Roman.
Yeah, no,
Or
I think no. Everybody thought it was going
Ambrose.
to be Dean.
Yeah.
because he was the singles. He
The
had the
Untamed
U.S.
one.
title. Yeah, he was the one that everybody thought was going to be it.
It was supposed to be like unhinged or whatever. Yeah.
He was the solo star. Remember, Seth and Roman were tag champions. He was the U.S. champion.
And they did the
And
right
he was
thing.
sort of the one that wasn't supposed to be in the group, right? Because it's supposed to be Ono.
No, Roman.
Roman
Oh,
was
It was supposed to be. It was supposed to be Hero.
Yeah, I like Seth against Hunter. The
After Authority.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that's him and Orton. That's the pop up,
Yeah.
the stomp into the RKO.
Yeah.
He always has good matches. The cash in was good.
Yep.
That was the same night.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, the weird outfits he wore when he was like that obnoxious heel with all the crazy outfits that he would wear to the ring. Just
You mean now?
Now,
yeah.
Yeah.
But now he's like a face, so it's supposed to
I
be
need to know who his.
Messiah was good though too.
Yeah,
Monday Night Messiah.
Yeah.
they didn't do enough with it though.
Well, because of COVID.
Yeah,
I think it died with COVID.
That was like 2019 or so. Then
him and Buddy together
Yeah.
were like, I don't know.
yeah, the disciple, not disciple. What was this?
Remember, everybody was losing eyes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Getting thrown
Did
off
him,
of
and,
shit.
him and Ray feud for like a year?
Ray and Malachi died like twice.
Ray got thrown off of a roof and lived.
Yeah.
Got his eye ripped out, and he can still see.
Yeah, they remember they feuded and he got drafted to SmackDown and he kept feuding
Yeah.
with his one eye. Or whatever.
I need to know who makes Seth's clothes
Probably himself.
because I'd wear some of that stuff.
Yeah, he probably does it himself. He probably just sews it.
Because then
together.
that's where Dominic came in.
Yeah.
Because then him and Seth fought. Was it SummerSlam? Was Dominic's like first pay per view?
Maybe.
Him and
That was
Seth.
his first match, I think.
I thought him and Ray were at a tag team. Was like
I
his
think that was
first.
after.
Oh, it was after.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Seth is good.
Seth. Yeah.
Thinking Seth over Foley. You took Seth.
No, I said Foley.
Oh man. I'll take Seth.
All right, so Seth Rollins.
Wrestling.
But I mean, we all had workers win.
I can't remember who won yours.
Nothing matters. So
Seth.
Points
Brian.
don't matter.
So I do want to talk about something that was brought up to me. The words were, "Why is AEW uncool now?"
Oh.
And it made me at the time I was like, well, AEW is still cool, but it made me think a little more after the conversation, and I think I came into a conclusion of what I think is wrong with why I personally don't like AEW anymore. When AEW was fresh, it was new. It was something different. So everything was new. Now, they don't evolve anything. Everything's just take A and B, replace it with C and D. It's the same stuff on repeat. And you don't, like, for you said about Ospreay, and it was great to see him come in, but now we've seen him 1, 2, 3 times. Now what? You're doing the same thing. You're just replacing Ospreay against this person with Ospreay versus this person, and then Ospreay versus this person. It's just interchangeable. There's no long-term story. There's no why. Why was Swerve and Joe such a big deal for the title? It wasn't. It was just a match. Sometimes that works. That can't be your story every show.
Yeah, I will say it seems like now with this whole elite thing, they're trying to get more stories.
But they're not feuding with anybody.
It's the elite feuding with AEW.
Yeah, but
It's
what's
Invasion.
AEW? Because their next match, what is it, Anarchy or which one?
It's Anarchy in the Arena.
Okay, so they're gonna have them versus Kingston, FTR, and Bryan. Why?
They're like random guys. Weren't Brian and
Well,
Kingston
it's-
feuding like a month
But they
ago?
respect each other.
But what do
there's
they?
no-
What's the story that you want to see Bryan finally get his hands on Okada? Oh wait, that match happened, so it doesn't matter.
The only one I'd say put Mox in there instead of Eddie.
Why not?
And then you
Blackpool
can
Combat
use
Club.
Well, and then you can use where the elite. We started this because we wanted to be different, and all of you are former WWE guys.
Oh yeah, except for Eddie.
Yeah,
You're right.
Because this
That's
whole
how it should be. Now that would be interesting.
this whole elite thing is we're EVPs. We want to make this company the best what it was.
Because I always thought that the NWO was supposed to be like an ex WWE. It started that way.
Yeah.
That was Hall's like, we're here to invade and take over.
Oh, what were the first besides Giant? I think all the first members.
Ted DiBiase.
Yeah, Ted DiBiase, X Pac, or 1
Or
to 3
Six,
kids, or
whatever it was.
whatever. Hall, Nash, Hogan. That's all ex WWE.
Yeah.
And so I think they're starting to do more story-based stuff, but at the same time, I also think it's the network. Because when AEW first started, they didn't have a TV deal. They
Yeah.
ran 4 pay-per-views a year,
Yeah, I liked it.
and it felt like a big indie show,
Yeah.
indie company. But now that they have a network, they're trying to be, hey, WWE is doing this LED screen thing. Let's do that.
Yeah,
So now they're trying to compete, and that's not what they want to do.
they
Which
should have been
again,
the alternative.
which again, that's what the elite want to be, is the alternative. That's why
Yeah.
they're doing this whole thing.
So we're kind of doing a Millionaires Club versus New Blood.
Yeah, sort of.
Kinda.
I don't know. I just
Remember, for me, that's how WCW was. It was the alternative with the NWO. And I used to watch it because, I know Hall, I know Nash. So I would watch it. But then 26 weeks later, whatever it is, 62 weeks later, whatever it is, same thing. I'm like, so it's just another person joined the NWO this week.
yeah.
Well,
It's old. It's the same. Here Goldberg squashed somebody in 3 seconds. Like, it's the same shit.
Well, and I said the same thing about TNA.
There was nothing going on.
Like TNA, I found because I saw Booker T, Kurt Angle, Christian. Oh, that's cool. And then it introduced me to AJ, Samoa Joe, AEW, with people that didn't know about New Japan. Oh, Jericho's there. Let me watch. This Kenny guy is really good. These Young Bucks, they do a lot of flips. But now
Nobody's
it's just,
ever said that.
But now it's just like Justin said. It's the same stuff. If they focus more on,
They just move the same 10 pieces around.
Yeah.
Like he was
But-
saying. It's not.
and
And,
I
then,
I get-
the WWE guy showed up. Yay. Okay, now we're back to.
The Christian thing is good, but does it still need to be going on?
and again, I think the network has a big pull. Like Tony Khan is getting help now because he's hiring these,
Ex WWE
WWE
people.
people.
but to help with writing and
Yeah.
But
What are they
the
going to write?
network-
They're going to write WWE product. That's what they know.
But the network wants LED. Like we said,
Yeah.
I missed the double tunnels. They brought them back, but now they're bright and shiny and
Yeah.
colorful. So they're trying too hard to be like WWE. They need to go back
if
to
AEW close up their doors tomorrow, and we look back on their 3-year history, what is their one major? Like for WWE, we can go back and we can Hogan Andre. We have that epic storyline, that feud, the body slam heard around the world.
I think Omega.
and Mox.
Oh no, I was going to actually say Omega and Jericho.
That too.
Like they don't have, like Jess was saying, it's just like they go for the pay per view and then they're
your
done.
first huge homegrown one though would have been Kenny and Hangman.
Which didn't really.
It didn't really.
Hangman wasn't really.
But we had Hogan and Macho for a year. Like there's that
Or-
epic one that you can look back on as historical,
Actually, no.
epic feud storyline.
It would be MJF and Punk.
But maybe. But I was actually gonna. That's a good one. I was actually gonna also say Lucha Bros and Young Bucks.
Yeah.
That was a series of matches that
Yeah.
really
the
really
ladder
were
match, the
good.
cage match.
Yeah. No, Escalade de la Muerte.
That.
And I mean, and I guess the Kenny Hangman when they were tag team, is Hangman going to turn on him? There's all those teases. What do you mean? Like you said, they don't have that epic storyline that
Yeah.
is that you can remember 10 years from now.
Yeah,
That it's all that
you're right.
like they build up for that pay per view and then like you throw the piece on the floor and go, okay, this one, you guys are next.
Yep. I
You
do
and you.
I feel like that's what. And so I wouldn't say it's uncool. And I said that to that person. I wouldn't say it's uncool. I just think it lacks what wrestling fans have been drawn to, and that's story.
When it
The
first,
wrestling gets you so far. The wrestling gets you 3/4 of the way through. But the story is what drives it home. Nobody gives a shit. Name me, besides the body slam, what other moves happened in Hogan and Andre, but everybody knows the story. Everybody knows the rips the fucking cross off. The what are you doing with him, brother?
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. Sign the damn contract.
When
Hogan was losing his shit. He didn't know how to feel. This was an emotional tearing apart for him.
And for us fans, because Andre was always a good guy.
Yeah.
Like,
when AEW first started, it was a lot of, you could say, dream matches if you were an indie wrestling fan. And then they became something more, and they branched off again into dream matches with Adam Copeland, Bryan Danielson.
But they're just matches.
It's dream matches. There's no build.
It's
and you don't need a build all the time.
To beat The Rock, Austin had to do the thing he never thought he would do.
Well, but he beat him
Align-
2 years before that.
Align with.
he sold his soul to the
Man,
devil.
Yeah.
Austin won at 15 and 17. The Rock
Yeah.
beat him at 19.
But I'm just saying, to
Yeah.
beat him,
Yeah.
he had to do. The Rock evolved. The Rock got better.
Mm-hmm.
Austin didn't. Austin was now 2 knee surgeries in, and he's starting to become a broken man. What do I do? How do I beat this young guy that's going to come for my spot?
If you,
I align myself with Vince McMahon.
the fucking Rock and Austin video package, one of the best.
But think it, we're
You
still.
think you're special?
Limp Bizkit,
You
yeah.
do.
That feud lasted for how long? We're still talking about. That's
6 years?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, AEW doesn't have that. They
Yeah.
build for the month and then they're done.
Yeah.
But
It's like a kid took his toy and threw on the floor and just grabbed 2 random wrestlers.
with this elite thing, that's why I like this Bucks.
But really?
I admit the Bucks were getting stale.
But once his anarchy thing ends, then what?
Then you get Kenny and Okada.
You get Kenny. No, I told you this. It has to be Kenny and
Jack Perry.
Jack Perry. Jack Perry is the poison that's
Why isn't
turning
Kenny-
Kenny's friends against him.
Why isn't Kenny in that group?
Oh my God, we talked about this.
They
We'll talk
fired-
about
they
it. We'll
fired
talk about it off air.
I don't watch it. I
Literally
haven't
talked
watched
about this
AEW.
on air.
But I think this elite EVP thing can be a long-term story if they
Of
do
course
it
it
right.
can.
If they do it right. To that person, it might seem uncool to you, but to other people, it's cool.
No, he's an AEW fan. He likes it. He just feels like it's getting stale, and
it's not a bad
yeah.
take.
He's actually the one that's like, "Did you see Dynamite this week? Did you see Collision?" I'm like, "I didn't, man. I'm sorry."
I've
On
watched
Instagram,
Dynamite
yeah.
in like a year and a
Yeah.
half. Like, last time I watched AEW was the show we were at. I think that's what I watched.
Overall, though, wrestling is great right now. TNA is back in that conversation. You have AEW, you have WWE, you have GCW, you have a lot of local independent wrestling going on as well. Get out there and enjoy wrestling. Just have fun. You might not like something that other people like, and that's fine. And I have no idea what I'm doing.
Everybody's saying, "No, it's gonna just hold it." This is the wrap up.
May 18th, this weekend, Saturday at Millersville University, Three Legacies Wrestling, A Gift and a Curse,
The Ville
Courts.
Court.
Millersville, different area though, so I'm not sure the vibe of it, but you have MLW star Janai Kai. She's the featherweight champion, which is their women's champion. She's defending the title, which is pretty cool. And then coming up June 29th at the Lebanon Expo Center, Three Legacies branching off out of Lancaster, going to Lebanon. They're going to have NWA junior heavyweight champion there, Joe Alonzo. And then that will lead up to the July show, and then the big show, WrestleMania
No,
for
he's not
three.
gonna be there.
WrestleMania for Three Legacies Wrestling. Red Rose Rumble 2 at the Lancaster Baseball Stadium, Clipper Magazine. Who knows who you'll see there? There's going to be a ton of guests, ton of surprises. Will J.S. Hawthorne still have his title? I don't know. It depends if J.C. Rancid takes it from him. But this weekend, get out to Three Legacies. You won't regret it. Just enjoy wrestling. There's a ton of it. We mentioned before, GCW as well.
And if you're listening to this on Sunday, May 19th. May 19th. May 19th.
We'll see you next week.